There's no question we typically think about our homes as a safe zone, a place where we feel protected, a sort of cocoon. But you know, as we've been researching this documentary for over a year, there's a lot of things we've learned that suggest that we may not be as safe as we think. So we wanted to go inside a home and give you some of the best tips that we've learned. First thing you do, you walk inside the house, you should take off your shoes. A lot of people walk through the house, I don't think anything of it, but our shoes could be covered with all sorts of things: workplace chemicals, garden pesticides, lawn fertilizers, herbicides, road oil. You sort of get the idea. And the problem is you can track these things through the house, and these toxic chemicals can be especially dangerous for families who have babies or toddlers spending a lot of time on the floor. Next place a lot of people go, at least I do, the kitchen. And one of the questions that comes up a lot is about water. Just how safe is it? Well, truth is, in the United States, it's pretty clean, the water is. But you can add a level of protection by using a carbon filter, often found in a lot of those pitchers. The carbon filter is going to remove lead, chlorine, and certain bacteria. Now, if you live in an old building or home with lead pipes, you could let the water run for about a minute or so on cold. Flush the system before you use it. Obviously, still in the kitchen, question comes up about what you eat and the sort of food you should buy. When it comes to meat and dairy specifically, you should look for products without antibiotics and without growth hormone. That's a recommendation of the President's Cancer Panel. Also, when you cook the meat, don't burn it. When you have blackened charred meat, that tends to produce more of these carcinogenic compounds. Those are compounds that can cause cancer. Now, from the kitchen, oftentimes you go into the living room. Go into an area like this, one of the big concerns is going to be about dust and indoor air. Here's something maybe you didn't know. It surprises a lot of people that indoor air is actually more polluted than the air outside, 2 to 5 times so. And that's a huge concern for parents because as things stand today, most kids spend their time mostly indoors nowadays. Furniture, carpet, drapes, a lot of the products we buy give off this smell. It may be known as that sort of new smell, but it's called off-gassing. And what you're smelling could be formaldehyde or other volatile organic compounds. They're linked to asthma, kidney and central nervous system damage, and sometimes cancer. Open the windows. Allow for plenty of ventilation. If you can smell some of those products, that could be a problem. Another thing you can do, pick up a house plant. House plants alone can remove up to 90% of the toxic chemicals in our air. So a little quick tour through the house. Obviously, a lot of things to try and make you a little bit safer and to try and reduce your exposures.